And before the break, I told you that we're going to have a conversation about the Hogbetsotso launch for 2025.
Yeah.
And
seen so many flyers online already.
Come again?
A lot of flyers online.
Yeah. Are you going to be there?
I should be. I don't have a choice, do I?
Well, you don't have a choice. I like the fact that you don't have a choice. You have to be there. Bright Kovo has been inviting me to Ohawu, which is his hometown. But let's see another man whose hometown is Ohawu, Ben Dotse Malor. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
A very good morning to you, Winston. Good morning to Blessed. And thank you for having me.
Great. So let's talk about the launch. Tell us what's exactly happening tomorrow at Ohawu.
Thank you very much. Tomorrow is a significant day for what we call the launch. Hogbetsotso, the Grand Durbar, is usually celebrated on the first Saturday of November.
Sure.
Which this year is going to be Saturday, the 1st of November. And there are a series of events leading up to 2 months from now. Now, before I go into the program for tomorrow, Ohawu must have a place in the consciousness of every Ghanaian.
Okay.
I say that not because that is my hometown. Ohawu is an Anlo Ewe town that has served all of Ghana for decades. I say that with humility and pride because Ohawu being an Anlo Ewe town, my grandfathers, great-grandfathers gave a huge portion of land to the government of our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, where on that land, which is huge, actually, it's more like a university campus, you have 3 agricultural institutions that have had many Ghanaians from every part of Ghana come to Ohawu. That's how I got my interaction with other ethnic groups, because in Ohawu, you've had the Ohawu Agricultural College. The Agri College, people have come from the north, from the south, from all parts of Ghana. It used to be of the same standard as Nyankpala Agricultural College and Kwadaso Agricultural College. So Ghanaians from all parts of the country would come to this place. Number 2, we had a Crops Research Institute, CRI, also co-located with the college. And then we had the state farms. Kwame Nkrumah had these state farms. For me to see poultry, the first poultry farm I saw was in my village, where they employed people. And then they also had a cattle ranch as part of the state farm. So I just want to mention Ohawu in the context of Ghanaianness. There is the likelihood you would come across Greek extension officers all across Ghana who have had an association with Ohawu. So I just want to locate Ohawu within that consciousness for all of us, whether you are aware or non-aware, just to know that this has a national implication. So tomorrow, 10 o'clock, with the Honorable Regional Minister, Mr. Gunu, and then with the Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Opoku, and then the MP for the area, who is a distant relative, Eric Agbana, together with the chiefs. The paramount chief for Ohawu is actually the main chief for Apipa, because Ohawu is actually a satellite town of Apipa. Apipa people kept going to farm 6 miles, 7 miles away, and the farmstead became a home. So Togbi Adrakpanya will be there. And then the Anlo state, Togbi Sri, will be represented. We expect the Avadada, Togbi Awusu, to be there. But this is something to be done as a launch. This is basically announcing 2 months in advance this unifying festival of Hogbetsotso.
Okay. Now, I mean, you've talked about the fact that it's going to be the launch, but can you tell us the program for the launch? How is it going to be like? tomorrow?
I think from 10 o'clock, what they would usually do is have what we will call the cultural and traditional rites to open up everything. And then there will be the unveiling of the official Hogbetsotso 2025 calendar of events.
Okay.
There'll be some cultural performances. There will be having speeches by traditional leaders and all the dignitaries. Like I mentioned, Honorable James Gunu will be there, Honorable Edem Agbana, the MP, then the municipal and district chief executives will also be there, and a Greek minister, Eriko Poku, will be there. But one other thing to just highlight is the fact that the event is being held not in the town, but on the college campus.
Okay.
Just to stress the importance of agriculture going forward. So that will be happening on the campus.
Okay.
You know, Winston, I was saying I didn't have a choice, but I ought to go there because of the constituency itself. I was just doing a Google map check, and apparently it's 34 minutes from my home village, right?
Okay.
That's when in the Volta region. So,
so
I don't have a choice.
Where is your home? Where is your home, brother?
That's in the Volta region. So it's closer to.
It's your constituency.
Right. Yes, that's my place.
We are all one people, serving Ghana and wanting the best for all of Ghana and all Ghanaians.
And Uncle Ben, while we are at that, guess what? Dr. Afetogbo is also sending us a text that he will be there as well.
He's from our people, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's sending us a message that he will also be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the theme.
So we are taking you home, Winston.
Yes, I'll be there. Bright Kovo has told me that I have to be at Ohawu tomorrow, so I'll be there.
Yeah, right.
But this year's theme is building bridges from a common history to a common destiny. Uncle Ben, what does this mean for Anlo and for the people of Ghana?
This is a good one. I just listened over here to your previous segment where somebody said that the past is in our heads and the future is in our hands. That was quite an interesting thing I picked up from there. So we look back. We look back in our history, our common history. The history of the Anlo people is the history of the Ewe people, and the similarities between the history of the Ewe people and the history of, let's say, Krobos, or the history of Gas. In all these things, what you're going to find is you're going to find people, let's say, in the Greater Accra region or the Eastern region with very, very close links with Ewes, and we all, the migration story, the resistance to wickedness, the resistance to the abuse of human rights, the adventurous spirit to step up and step out, the show of resilience, and standing for what is right for the common good. So we look at that common history, and then we are looking ahead. All of us in present-day Ghana, and particularly for me as a Pan-Africanist. In fact, just yesterday, I met an intern at the United Nations from Guinea. And I'm sorry to bring this in, but anytime I see people from Guinea, I have a very soft spot for them, because when we, foolishly, the Bible says foolish Galatians, when we foolishly got rid of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the people of Guinea took him in. So when I see Guineans now, I feel a sense of commitment to them, not to pay them back, but to acknowledge them as Sekou Touré's children, but Kwame Nkrumah's children. But I'm just saying these things that moving forward, we have to not just go beyond Anlo, Volta Region, Ghana. We are limiting ourselves when we don't think beyond where we are or where we were born or what.
Okay.
We respect the culture, we value the culture, but that culture is only valuable if it's leading to other ethnic groups getting bonded together, getting united. And that's why I mentioned the uniqueness of my village. We didn't decide it. It was more or less imposed in a generous way on us that Ohawu was this place where I first got introduced to kontomire and boiled yam or boiled plantain, because that was not the staple of my place. From my friends, I think Ameyao, and then we had a Dagati man called Yaro. So you had a melting pot of Ghanaians in Ohawu that helped inform the sensibilities of some of us. I picked up my first 3 words in Ohawu in this Anlo village because there were 3 speakers. In actual fact, the late headmistress of Wesley Girls, who was called Achi, the husband was the principal of Ohawu Agri College in the late 60s and 70s. And she, in her biography, mentioned Ohawu, how they had to come through pontoons at Sogakopo and come to. So we are just talking about a common destiny moving forward. Yes, this is Anlo land. This is in the Volta region. These are Ewes. But whatever is there is for the good of all Ghanaians. Okay. And for Pan-Africanists, even beyond Ghana. We are all one.
Great. So for that person listening to us now, we have said we are going to be there and it's probably undecided. Why should people care and be at the launch of Hogbetsotso tomorrow at Ohawu?
Let me be honest. Some people are hearing this just 24 hours before the event. But if you have time and you just have a few friends, you want an adventure, if you're in Accra, take off from the Accra Mall. From the Accra Mall, 2.5 hours, you are in Ohawu. The event takes place 2 hours, 3 hours. You are back in Accra before the day is out. For somebody in Kumasi or somebody in Savelugu, it's a bit more challenging. But those Eastern region, Volta region, even Central region, if you want to make a day trip, and then from Ohawu, you can even drive by and pass by Kata, see the beach and all that. So for me, it's an opportunity to know more about ourselves. I'm from the Volta region, but I have to admit, because of poverty, there are many parts of the Volta region I don't know. I went to Swedru recently, to Swedru School with Goshes. It was a great experience for me to go to Swedru. Many of us don't have the money to travel. But now if we have some disposable income, I would encourage people, as part of knowing my nation, knowing our people. Maybe you have Bright Kovo there working with you. He's a distant relative. But you just want to learn more about each other. This way, we also get rid of any negative stereotypes in particular. Because as you get to learn more about one another, we are intermarried. In actual fact, you find many Ohawu people intermarried with people from other ethnic groups. But we want to show the unity that we have. We want to build on the unity that we have. We want to encourage the unity of purpose, a common destiny, as the theme of Hogbetsotso this year is building bridges. And you realize that at the Grand Durbar itself on 1st November, the president is expected. But the main thing is you will see that year in, year out now, many of our key traditional leaders, the Asantehene was there. I remember him trying to speak Ewe. And I was teasing all my Ashanti friends, if the Asantehene is speaking Ewe in Anglogan, there is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't be trying to speak Ewe, whether you are in Kumasi, you are in Uforikrum or wherever. So it is the uniting factor. It is an opportunity for domestic tourism. It's an opportunity to understand each other better. It's an opportunity, particularly with the Ohawu Agricultural College. Agriculture is going to be big. We can do a lot more through agriculture. And Kwame Nkrumah has set up this agricultural college there. There is a vast piece of land. We are hoping that the president can fulfill the manifesto promise to elevate it to a university. It will be good for all of us Ghanaians. If we can feed ourselves, we eat what we grow and we grow what we eat. Agribusiness takes off from there. then it is good for Ghana and for Africa.
Ben Dotse Malor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll be there tomorrow, and we'll bring you, information on Monday. Thank you very, very much for joining us.
Please help my people succeed so that we can serve Ghana better. And happy Hogbetsotso launch.
Thank you very, very much.